All right, what's going on? So where are we on? Let me grab the whole thing. So the intro is just the C chord. And I'm bringing in stuff here. Let's see what we got so far. Click. Hey, Bob. Hey, Aslan. Hey. Oh, did I just drop a pick on? No. Okay. David. Paul. Good to see you, Paul. Holly, good morning. Barrister. Good to see you. Humble Disciples. Good to see you. Forrest. What's going on? This is our live stream song. We're going to talk about copyright, too. Well, we're going to talk about that in a second. But we're... one thing I just noticed, I think I wanted to go to break it down here. Sorry, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. If I make it bigger, it's going to get in the way of. So I think I want to go just 2 bars of that piano intro. And instead of, the piano intro was originally 1 bar. So I'm going to, see I'm dragging the bass over. So there won't be any bass on the intro. But I think I'm going to keep that little hi-hat thing going. I think that was nice. So here's the hi-hat thing. So when it comes out of the good chorus, really click. Now I could do, maybe bass would be nice in there. I just hit a bass note. It's a C chord, right? Let it just hit a C on the downbeat there and let it ring out. Okay, so coming out of the chorus. Again, this is more production, songwriting. But keep in mind, producers get a lot, oftentimes now, producers get percentages of the song. So I was also working on, okay. So I've got this, let's see if this sound, I think I was experimenting with, let me know if you hear this. Oh, you know what, it didn't. Stop there. Okay. That. All right. Oh, wow. People are chatty. Happy New Year. That's right. Hey, Bruce. Alan Floyd, good to see you. Yeah, and you can see the arc here. You can see that diagonal. Well, in this case, it's like I can't do it. My brain won't let me do it. Yeah, so you can see my brain won't. You can see the top thing is the piano. Then the next thing comes in is the bass. Then the melody. Then the bass. And I might replay the melody on electric guitar. The reason I might replay the melody on electric guitar, the organ, ironically, if I click on the organ part here, you can see that there's all sorts of different colors. However, with the B3, there's no velocity. It's either on or off. You're hitting an on-off switch. So it doesn't matter how soft or how hard I'm hitting any of these notes. They're all going to be the same velocity. So I have no nuance in my melody right now. If I wanted to, what I could do is I could add it right there. What I might do is add it right below the, what am I doing? Here we go. Right below this track, I'd go and add a audio track like this. And then I have to learn that melody. It's not my gardener, is it? It's somebody else's gardener. I need, I'll pull up some kind of bluesy sound. Oh, I forgot I got a weird tuning right now. Hey, everybody take a sip. I didn't realize I had a weird tuning. Let me enable the track. Okay, well, that's really loud. I'm going to turn down this amp. I don't think you can see this gain. That's super bright. Still out of tune, but hold on. All right, maybe a little more gain now. A little less master. All right, now, so I'm just adjusting my internal amp here. Oh, I can. Let me put the somebody say let me grab the Discord link. Happy New Year. Copy. All right. Paste. Okay, there's the Discord link. Put any songs you're writing up there. All right, let me sorry, I've got a cold, so I'm a little foggy. I got my coffee, but I've also had Dayquil. I've got a good night's sleep. All right, so here's what I'm gonna be doubling, I think. That's still a working melody on the chorus. It's nice one. It's in my range, so that's not a bad thing. We're all over the map with viewership here. Okay. Pepper, what's going on? Snow on the ground in Alabama. What the heck? That's craziness. Went outside for work and changed my mind. Hey, Lena, good to see you. Happy New Year. Blessings to you. Yeah, so it's an okay sound. I don't know. I'm gonna give myself a little more gain and bring down the master. So if the melody might be better served if I play it on guitar because I have more dynamics, or if I put it on another instrument. Like if, in other words, if I took this organ here and I went, just even if I just did another piano. Let's see. Let's do this. Go to real piano, duplicate that. Okay, and then if I just drag this up here, copy it up there, and then mute this. Now we have the melody. I'll take it down an octave. So I'll just select all, drop it down an octave like that. You can hear when it hits those. When it hits those red notes here, it gets really loud. Watch right here. It's like really that note, this note here. I can drop those down a little bit so they're not so crazy. And then there's a few of them here too. I just select them all and then kind of drop them all down a little bit just so they're not so brittle. But that's the kind of thing that never would have shown up on the organ because the organ is an on-off thing. So it's just like there's one volume to the MIDI. It's not touch sensitive as a piano would be. So anyway. Hey, Steve Barry in Seattle. Are you getting snow too up there? I know Emma is in whatchamacallit, in Spokane. All right. So let's see. Let me go back to here and see. Hey, I can see myself now. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about copyright. How do you copyright a song? Well, technically, your song is copyrighted the second you compose it. However, proving that in court's another thing. So that's where, sending your song off to be copywritten with the copyright office in Washington. If you're not performing songs out or doing things like this on YouTube, you don't really have to worry too much about it. You could do a collective works of Lena Chen #1 and send in 20 songs that you wrote, and that way you only have to pay for one fee. Because otherwise I don't know what the fee is now, but it's probably getting up there. But those kind of fees don't tend to go up that much. Copyright.gov. So it's as simple as that. And you can learn more about it. But technically, my understanding is that you can, here's the fees. Let's see what the fees are. Learn more. Registration. Single author, same claimant, one work, not for hire, 45. All other filing, 65. Paper filing, forms, 125. Registration of a claimant group unpublished works, 85. So that might be the one you would want to do, like if you had a bunch of songs, you just wanted to have them all copyrighted, whatever. You could do that. Now, that said, I don't really tend to do that. I write for other people that take, the record companies and stuff like that, and they deal with that stuff. I write with television networks or cable companies, production companies, and they tend to take care of that stuff. It's not really, in library music for TV, I don't think that stuff normally gets copywritten. It's just all so similar. There's just no way to really say, oh, he copied my guitar riff for this, whatever. I mean, that's just almost impossible to prove. But here's the thing. If you have proof, so our proof is that we've been working on the song. So if somebody tried to release this song and claim it was theirs, and then they say, well, when did you write it? Prove that you wrote it before this date, because Tom was doing it on his live stream. And we also, by the way, have your internet records proving that you were watching his live stream and blah, blah, blah. So So there's so we've got proof built into our the way we're doing things right now. We've got a copyright proof right now. So if you were wondering, oh, thank you, Bruce. Bruce updated the lesson lists, and there's a PDF up there, huh? That's great. Did you delete the old one? You could do that. Are we going like? Well, I mean, I was thinking, Catherine. I was thinking about playing the melody on electric just to give me a little bit more feeling. So if I click on, I'm gonna have to let's see. If I click, oh, I could do this here. Watch this. Check this out. If I go here and click on this, and then hit, let's see, score. Boom. I can see the melody. There's the melody written. Now, I think if I click off of that, though, and go here, it won't show up. That's the bummer. So I can't do both at the same. Oh, wait, maybe I can. Let me try it. No, it went away. But let me try that again. I think if I go here, let it go. Let's see what I got here. And then I lose it because I didn't merge these. So you saw that I ran out of melody there. But if I merge these, hit equals, then now that melody should be there. So now if I want to, I can. I'm still not perfect here. What did I do there? I forgot that I did that. So let me do that again. What was that? That was weird. There was a little da-da-da. What's that? Ghost note? That was a mistake. There we go. I think I wanted. Blam blink. All right, so let me punch in on the chorus. Oh, I got to crossfade this. Let me see if I can crossfade. Get the good crossfade here. Let's go right here, I think. Now, this is kind of, I mean, in some ways, I'm thinking too much. What I want to do is I want to play the melody. The idea here, and I'm going to mute this for now. The idea here is to play the melody with a little more feeling than that organ could do, because the organ didn't have velocity. So that way, guitar translates really well to voice, or back and forth. I've said this before. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just speculating. But I remember back in the day when I was always trying to find. Hold on, let me give you a better view here. Let's see. What are we going? Okay. There's the piano part. There's the piano MIDI. There's the piano score. Isn't that cool? There's the melody MIDI. So back in the day, when I was trying to always find sources for guitar licks, okay, one of the things that I wanted to do was I wanted to go, hey, I don't want to play what necessarily everything. I already studied a lot of guitar players. I wanted to study other instrumentalists, so I would transcribe like David Sanborn licks. Really like David Sanborn. Different keyboardists that did synthesizer solos. I would transcribe their keyboard solos, stuff like that. Sorry, I got a head cold, so I'm pretty foggy right now. And so the Lovelorn Spider. Oh, it's funny. Spider gone missing. We're still looking for lyrics, aren't we? I know. It doesn't sound like a song about a spider, though. I don't know what it's about. Lyrics are hard. Lyrics are super hard. That's not a banjir. That's actually a kumbas in the back there. It looks like a banjo, but it's a kumbas. And so what was I talking about? Oh, like I said, I'm pretty foggy right now. But I was always looking for different things, and I was into Christina. I was hearing Christina Aguilera on the radio, and I was going, man, her licks are freaking amazing. I should transcribe those. And I started transcribing her vocal licks, and I realized, wait, that's just a blues. Those are blues guitar player licks. Like, these are old school blues guitar licks. She's not doing anything. And it got me to thinking, I wonder if she hires a guitar player to come in and just kind of riff on the song, and then she would imitate her favorite riffs, and put those in there and add them to the melody or whatever. I mean, I would think if I did that, if I went in there and did that for her, I would expect to have my name on the song. I would think. I mean, if it just licks, usually, I mean, back in the day, if you took a guitar solo on the song, like, for example, Eddie Van Halen didn't get a percentage of Beat It just because he put a guitar solo on it. But I'll tell you, that song sold a lot more records because he played on it. I mean, it was going to sell a lot of records anyway, but it was a crossover hit in a lot of ways because Eddie played an amazing solo on it. And a lot of guitar players that never would have bought a Michael Jackson record bought that one because they wanted to try to transcribe Eddie's solo, who at the time was not new, I wouldn't say. That was the end of '82. But he was still pretty new on the scene as far as that goes. So I think they've been out since '78, right? So in the grand scheme of things, he was pretty new. But it was unusual to have, and that kind of ushered in an era of guitar solos on pop songs that lasted a couple of years. Mercifully ended, but I don't know. I mean, I did a lot of solos on a lot of pop songs because of that record. Let's see. Nothing famous, though. So I couldn't give you any references, really. There's probably some of those songs have been released now by people on Spotify and things like that, but we're talking a long time ago. Let's see. Richard Lawson, good to see you. Jan, good to see you there. Gary Schultz is here, too. Awesome, everybody. Sam Stamos. Oh, man. Michigan just got slaughtered. Sam, the SEC should just be another division of the NFL, in my opinion. I just think it's kind of unfair. I don't know what it is about it. Is it the recruiting advantage? Is it, I don't know. They get to play each other all year. It's just like a whole nother level. So it's really unfair. To be honest, I wasn't surprised by the outcome at all, sadly. But everybody pretty much predicted both of those outcomes. We could hope for a different one. So, hey, Renee, good to see you. Haven't heard the archtop guitar in a while. Yeah, I know. I don't even have it out right now. I've got to do my Beatles video, too, at some point. I've got several Beatles videos I'm going to do. Actually, I was going to do one on the Beatles' influence on me, and I still may do that one. But it's I'm gonna kind of break it into chunks. I'm gonna do one on my favorite Beatles song, things like that. So, yeah, Georgia, I think Georgia's going to take it all. So the chorus we have is, was it pretty common chord progression, 4-1, 5-6. If we wanted to go Beatles, we could go to F minor, the minor 4 chord if we wanted. That's the thing, is we could take that chorus and we could, oh, I just moved this for some reason. There we go. We could take that chorus and we could go in a lot of different directions with it. You know, like I'm not completely sold that that's what we want to do here. Yeah, that was just riffing. To be honest, that wasn't really a concerted effort to write a melody. So let me mute this. I'm going to go here, chop it. Chop. And then hit M, and it'll mute. And now we won't have a melody. And this is where I could do this. Check this out. Okay, I'm going to create a duplicate. Okay, and then I'm going to go, watch this. So I've got this bracket here. If I hit, basically, I forget what, that's the 0 button on my keyboard. It goes there. And when it gets to here, you can't see this cursor. I don't think it shows up, does it? You cannot see that cursor. Okay. But you can see that bracket, the yellow on the top. Okay. That's going to loop. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to go ahead. I created a new electric guitar track. And I'm going to try different melodies. I'll start with the original, something like the original melody. Where is it? Why am I not hearing anything? Oh, because I got it muted. Duh. Not digging that tone. Okay, everybody take a sip. I'm going to change guitars. The Squire might be a little thin. All right, so I know what the chord progression is. I'm going to turn the volume down. There we go. It drops back into the little re-intro thing. Okay, so I wasn't recording there, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to record. I'm going to go into record after I tune, and I'm gonna just let it loop, and it'll record it, keep recording it. Okay, basically stacking them, and I'll have all of those to whatever melodies I come up with. So I'm going to kind of play on what I thought was my original melody, the C note. What? Wrong pickup. Do it again. 4, 1. That's going to go back. That's going to... out of my range though, so I got to stay in my range. That's out of my range, but that's good. It needs to sound more chorusy. 3, 4. Yeah, so in other words, what I'm doing is I'm creating these what's called a comp. You see all those? All 4 of those are recorded here. And so I can go back and forth in these now. I can go, oh, I'll use this part of this one, and I can use this part of this one, and I can use this part. That's how you do vocals. A lot of times you'll just, and I'm just grabbing random spots. So this is going to sound stupid, but but here, listen to it now. We're playing back all these. Yeah, so that one obviously we've got a lot of gap there, so we can take that to the end. The most recent one's on top here, so if I like the most recent one, I can take that one. But you can see how you could use that to kind of comp a melody. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to just take multiple passes at something. And a lot of times, like for solos, it can work, but the drag is you may do some riff you really like, and it goes past the point of the next lick you really like, so you can't use them both. So what I'll often do is use it to kind of compose a solo, and then I'll replay the whole thing in one take. Now that's for soloing, and that's primarily what I do comping for. That's what I did on my Django song, my Gypsy Jazz song on Question Mark. I used a composite method like this, and I probably did like 10 takes, and basically came up with my favorite ideas, and then replayed the whole thing. And that was after I put it in MIDI. And the reason I put it in MIDI was so that I could print it up and read it, or at least have it sitting there on my music stand so I could go, oh, okay. And then I would punch in. Like, I didn't have to play it perfect all the way through. If there are gaps, there's easy places to punch in and fix it. So I never put that kind of pressure on me to have to play it all the way through perfect or anything like that. But this is for melody creating. And at this point, I'm still not completely sold that we have the right chord progression yet, let alone the right melody on the chorus. It might be a thing where I write the melody first. I could come out with, like people always say, well, what comes first, the melody or the words or the chords, or and for me, it's often the chords inspire something. Like with this song, with our song that we've got going here, it's going to have a million names on the. It will set the world record for the most people on a one pop song, right? We'll set the Guinness Book of World Records. All your names will have to be on it. But it was just this. That was how I started. So I just picked up the guitar, I played a C chord, and I just kind of started, right? We were there. We go back to the first lesson that we did this song. That's what started. And I thought, okay, well, let's sub it out. Let's do the minor sub. And we have a melodic motif, which is the 4-1 kind of thing, the sus, and then the 4 chords of the 1. So we're kind of taking a bit. So that's kind of our melodic thing. We even carried that over into the chorus, right? But I mean, I don't know. I'm not completely sold that that's good. You guys are working on the lyrics, aren't you? What did Muggsy say? Oh, you don't have any lag. Oh, that's good. Were we getting some lag here? Oh, everybody take a sip because I switched guitars again. One of our drinking game rules. Okay. So, you know, I can go through, okay, so now this I could just close. This little button there closes it. They're all still there. I'm going to mute it. Don't really need it right now. Okay, now I could go up here and I could mute the piano and the bass and keep the drums. Okay, so watch what happens. So now we just come out of the chorus. Okay, so that's just drums now. So if I want to, you know, I could try to come up with some different chord structure ideas. See, that sounds like a free chorus, so that's not going to work. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. This is where we've talked about this. But there, the art right here, the art versus craft, the head versus heart, the left brain versus right brain, and I'm not sure which does what. Okay, but right away when I did that, that's kind of what songwriting is. It's oftentimes you're going by some knowledge, whatever knowledge you have, and you're using your knowledge to give you options, and then you use your heart to determine whether that option worked or not. Okay, so it may be 90% craft and 10% art, or it may be 85% heart and 85% head and 15% heart. Some people can stay in that heart thing the whole time potentially, but it's still at some point they gotta come up with a chorus idea, and it's gotta work against the verse, and it's got to develop the song. It's everything has to kind of work together to kind of push the song forward and give the song a reason to exist. And I'm not saying that what I did there. This here we've got. Let's see, we've got if I unmuted the piano and the piano vocal melody here. That could be better quantized. Let's see. We quantize that, see what happens. Also quantize this. So I'm just highlighting those notes and hitting the letter Q, and this is all in Logic. Automatically moves them to the note clearest, the closest 16th note. Okay, so yeah, but just for the sake of discovery and showing how you can use, have options. Okay, I'm going to mute these again. Muting. That's when they get muted. I just click on the file, hit M, and it mutes them. All right. So I still have the thing. So, yeah, it does want to go to a different chord there, though. A minor didn't work, so the F seemed to work. Weird, huh? It's like, and that may sound, but let's add a bar. go back a further bar, just get more context because I want to hear it. F chord. Now, but there's something there, okay? So what I did there was I hung on to the F chord for a whole bar and then another beat and a half so I could do that, ba, ba, right? But I almost want to think, there it is, right there. So we were doing 4-1 in the key of C, okay? So that's a 4 is the F chord and C is the 1 chord, all right? And that's rampant through the song. Even in the intro when I do that little F sus, just add my pinky, I'm implying that harmony. I'm implying that 4-1 harmony. So that's rampant throughout the song. Well, I'm turning it around now. I'm gonna go 4 chord and then 1 to 5. See, I'm going to want to sing that F note though. That's where I get Holly to sing the melody. If we want to go Beatles. Now, do I have, how let me play it and see if I got enough space here. It might be twice as long. No, I'm good. Feels more like a chorus, doesn't it? And if I, again, I go to the 5 chord, or if I want to, I could go Big Beatles. You know, that might be too, depends on what the lyric is, to be honest. If you go to that minor 4 chord, your lyric better be kind of sad. The spider is dead. I find the spider dead in the corner. The spider song. Left brain analytic. Okay, so let me see. Let me make sure. Okay. So let me reverse this then. Oops, I got to change. Let's see, how do I do it? Okay. I'm going to put craft versus art. And that way it'll help me remember that. Thank you, Sam. So craft versus art, head versus heart, left brain versus right brain. Okay. And so what we did was I knew that the 4 chord, and I knew that the 1 chord was acted like the 4 chord of the 5 chord. I don't want to confuse you too much. So there won't be a quiz on this, okay? You can buy this if you want. If you want one of these, you can click on a link below and order one of these, okay? I've sold a few of them. That emoji looks like David Bowie. That's funny. Let's see. All right. So, oh, sorry, and you weren't. There we go. We're back to this. Okay. So, I'm going to replay this piano. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead again, create another piano track. I'm going to duplicate that, and I'm going to record on this one, and I'll do the. Gotta get all my glasses off the piano keyboard. All right. Phone away. All right. All right. So I'm gonna play that chorus. I think we'll go to the G chord at the end there. I don't think we'll go to the minors at this point. Yeah, something like that. I mean, again, the piano might not even be in the song, but it's a good writing tool. We go 4-1, 4. again, but I'll cut that out. Okay, so let me let me go back here. Let me go get rid of all this. All right, this can go away. All right, and I'm going to quantize what I did do. Cheating. Okay, so I got that. Now I just got to need to punch in here. And so the reason I'm doing it this way, okay, is so that I'm not getting rid of what we did before. I'm keeping that. You can see it's up there, okay? And I can swap them. So I may drag the one that's highlighted right now up and then the one that's muted down. So I keep the muted one just in case. I'm like, you know what? No, I really like what we did originally. You know what I'm saying? So that way it's non-destructive in a sense. That's kind of what we're going for. We want to make sure that we keep our options open just in case, you know. And I'm not even really, this is all a skeleton at this point. See? So really what I'm doing is I'm kind of, you can see there's like a note there. That's kind of weird. Okay. All right. So now we've got that. And so I'll do what I told you I was going to do. Like you take this down there and drag this up there and boom, I'll put this right there. So here's down below, that's our old piano. This is our new one up here. Okay. Now there's nothing particularly riffy about the piano part. I'm not a very good piano player. Basically, I'm using it as a way to kind of create harmony, skeleton, and it's easily manipulated. So if I played this on acoustic, every time I wanted to change something, I'd have to record it. But see, I can change this if I want. I can go here. See, down here. Make this smaller. So you can see here. Here's a. If I wanted to make this minor, I could take this A note, right? That's A. And I could go there and just move all those A flat or A's to A flat. This wouldn't make any sense musically, but you can see how easy it is to manipulate. Something like MIDI is easy to manipulate and change quickly and kind of keep the flow going. Again, if I were to record this on acoustic and I want that to be an F minor chord, I have to go back and either punch it in or re-record the whole guitar part. It becomes a bigger operation. So, thank you, Bruce. Yeah, so we're still looking for spider lyrics. I love the spider comments. it's because when I first started the songwriting thing, I had a spider on the wall, and then I lost track of it, and it went away, and I don't know where it went. It made me nervous. It's like all of a sudden it's like hanging over my head, and you're all like, "Oh my gosh, no!" So we can make the song about a spider. I don't know how you make. I told you, it's a good exercise to write a song. Sorry, I can make this bigger too. I think a little bit bigger. Whoops, not that. This. Okay, and so you can see the MIDI there really clear. I'm going to drag this down though, so we can see the window here. And I can get rid of this too. I can just go boop. There, that's gone. And then here's our song so far. But again, I do like this new chorus. So I do think that the chorus. So now here's an interesting thing. Let's listen to this melody over that. This is our original melody. Again, one of the things if you're a songwriter, okay, we're going to listen to it in a second here, and we'll explain what I'm going to do. A lot of times when you're a songwriter, one of the hardest things to do is to not make every song sound the same when you're writing songs. It's like, oh man, it sounds like the last song. I've told this story before, and I feel bad about it. But I played guitar for this friend of mine, but I would drive down to Orange County from Pasadena to do these rehearsals. And originally it was like we were going to do like worship conferences, and they actually they were pretty good paying gigs. And then I did one of those with him, and he decided to change the whole thing up. I'm going to do original songs. We're going to play clubs. Well, I had done that in the '80s and to no success, and I didn't think his songs were that good or that modern anyway. But he wrote songs, and I kept going down to rehearsal because I kind of felt obligated, and it was something to do, and I was trying to stay busy. So drove down to Orange County, and sometimes it would, because of traffic, it would take an hour and a half to get to rehearsal. I mean, it would take me 35 minutes to get home or 40 minutes to get home, but boy, going to rehearsal during rush hour was just brutal. And this was for no pay. So we're changing the whole format to going from making $500 on a weekend for a conference each musician to getting paid nothing to play at a bar in Hollywood. And I'm just like, this is not what this is not what I joined up to do. So I'm kind of already feeling a little disgruntled. And the artist, he wrote some new songs, and at one point, it's like the songs were very similar. He played guitar, he played acoustic, and they kind of all had the same groove, and the melodies weren't very different. And so the drummer and bass player and I, the three of us, worked very, very hard to make each individual song unique. Whether it be through different grooves and different arrangements and different sounds and stuff and different approaches. I mean, we worked really hard. And then one rehearsal I was at, I think it was probably one that probably took me 2 hours to get to, right? So I show up and I'm already like, I'm ready. I'm ready to be done. And he goes, "Oh, guys, I have a new song for you." And he plays it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it sounds like every other song. How are we going to make this song different? And, the truth be told, that was a huge learning experience for me, to learn how to kind of make my guitar part help make a song unique. And the bass player and the drummer, too, both really good musicians, were also having that same struggle and learning that same lesson. But I didn't say anything, but the drummer said, dude, that song kind of sounds like all the other songs. And he goes, "No, it doesn't. It doesn't sound anything like the other songs." And it was like, it sounded exactly like the other songs. And I went, dude. And that's when it just kind of all, And I feel bad because we never did another rehearsal. He ended up going on to doing stuff, and so he's been doing music and different things. But it was funny because it was like that was the end of that thing, and I just felt bad. He ultimately recommended me for a really good gig, so it wasn't like I burned a bridge. But I just, I was in a bad place, and yeah. So. All right. So we got. So here's all this story to go. We're gonna listen to this, and so what I just did is I unmuted our old melody. Okay, it may not work. I have no idea, but I'm 99% sure it's a melody I never would have written over this chord progression. Okay, does that make sense? Because this is a different chord progression we have before. Let me. I'm going to mute this, the new chord progression. I'm going to unmute that. I'm going to mute this. So here's our old, and the bass has to stay muted. The bass is down here. Here's our old one. It might work because, so this is the old progression. Because remember, the new progression is F for 4 beats. And then C, G. Well, this one is F, C, A minor, G. So the melody should work. So it might have been a melody that I would have come up with. Because these are pretty similar chord progressions, but I like our new one better. Okay, so let's listen to the new one. I'm muting that. Here's the new one. Okay, so now let's listen to the melody along with that we wrote. What happened? That melody disappeared. I did something weird. Okay, I'm going to drag this up. That's the, okay. I deleted something accidentally. Oh, I'm going to knock it down enough. Yeah, so that works. So the new, now it might have been a melody I would have written over it now. So still not convinced that that's the melody we want. So what I might do again is go back to, I'm going to mute that melody, and I'm going to delete that guitar stuff. Okay, so I'm just deleting all of it. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and jump in here, and I know it's an F chord. We need something that, melodically, that sounds like a chorus. Yep, Catherine, exactly right. It's exactly right. But what we're, instead of trying to arrive at our hypothesis, I guess, or our thesis or theorem, we're trying to move ourselves. We're trying to come up with something that's like, okay, and the melody is completely in the air. The melody is 100% changeable, because once we start throwing lyrics in there, we may have to change the melody, or a melody might, and I really believe so a lot of times a melody is a happy melody, of course, and there's sad melodies, and so we don't even know the theme of our song yet. Although we may use the melody to determine that it's a happy song or a sad song. So the melody may determine that, but we're not even there yet. So now again, it's, for me, one of the hardest thing to do, and this is part of the reason why I'm not really writing a lot of songs right now. I'm mostly doing beds for songwriters, meaning I work with top line people that write the melodies and lyrics, and I write the foundational stuff. Is because I always have a hard time determining, is this a chorus or is this a verse? To me, it's like, I think I can write verses all day long, but I have a hard time writing. Choruses are hard, because choruses have to kind of have some uplifting. They kind of have to sound final or important or something, whether if it's an anthemic kind of song like U2 would do, or if it's a love song, So I'm going by the theory here. So I can hear some melody like that here. I don't want to go up there. That note is already out of my range, but I like that melody. It's a little stretched out. So if I were to make it more modern, you might do something like, and again, I came in on one. I want to avoid one because I come in, all the melody prior to this is all on the downbeat, right? Here, there it is. See, those are original. So I want to avoid one. So I might just go like that, come in on the end of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And I might keep that part of it, but so I did a very elongated melody. Those are, ba, 1. Those are all quarter notes, basically. They're eighth notes tied to each other, but they act as quarter notes. Their length is quarter notes. So if I wanted to make it more modern, it means maybe getting a busier melody. And I guess it's out. So, although, well, see again, I could steal from the Kid Leroy song "Stay," but that would be out of my range. We could bring Holly in for that, right? Bye, Muggsy. Oh, really? There's a troll bot out there that has latched onto the lesson title that Tom is currently using. Well, what does that mean? That's interesting. Okay, so let me... I'm going to stretch this out a little bit to get a little more context. Okay. I'm going to keep the longer melody for now. Okay, now let me just see if I can do the Kid Leroy type melody. Here we go. I think I can do this. You know that's too redundant. But I kept that one. So the first one is a very simple, but that's cool. Try that. That's definitely more of an older melody. Like it sounds like an older melody, but that new one is, again, to me sounds very 80s. But that was cool, and I like what I did on that. Bots. What the heck is up with these bots? Okay, so there's definitely something there at the beginning of that. I love that. That's cool. That to me is the hook more than. Okay, and then I which ironically is the same note as this note, only an octave below. So this is the same melody, only with an octave displacement, which is a melody we had before anyway. So I like that too, and then I kind of play on that. So that's identical. Boy, I really like that. So I think that's going to be our melody here. And then we'll repeat that. Now I messed up, but I think we'll do the same melody we did before. I think we got the chorus. That's going to be hard to put words in there, but that's okay. Oh, thanks, Sam. You just have to ban them one at a time, I guess. So silly. And then I don't know if I'm still convinced that, so I'm going to go ahead and punch in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and keep all that. Line and merge. Okay, so now we've got that. That's our original. I'm going to go ahead and punch in here and do that same melody in the second half. Yeah, so something there. I don't know what yet. I like that a lot, though. I'm gonna get that down, and maybe it'll inspire the next part. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I don't know. That's something to work with. We can change that melody at the end. There, to me, that's a little trite, just going a descending scale. But I like the gap here. I like this right here. That, boy, I love that. That's cool. Now, the next thing to do maybe would be to move this into, to transcribe this into MIDI. So we have it there in MIDI. So let me, let's see, here's, again, if I want, I can duplicate this, move this old melody here, and try to play this new melody. What was it? No. Rainbow, I'm a window feeling. Yeah, so my thing is, so my admonition to young songwriters has always been, if you can find a new way to say I love you, it's worth $1 million. Okay, so we're gonna have to we're gonna have to accumulate a list of co-writers on this song. Okay, so. See if I got enough percentages to give away. So if we're gonna make, and I say, okay, so take one word and try to make that into a love song. So spider. All right. Let me before we go any further with that exercise. Let me go ahead and try to get this melody here. Did I do that right? I'll figure it out. Okay. So. Yeah. So do that again. It's kind of quiet. Oh, well, we got to do the bass. I got to redo the bass. That's easy. The bass is super easy. And I may change the drums too. I may make this more driving at this point. See, I'm gonna. This is all gonna be red notes because it's gonna be. I'm hitting too hard. Let me just see if I can turn this up. So. That works. Now, that's a hard melody to sing, is it not, Holly? That's a hard melody to sing, and the words have to be pretty right. Now, I'm going to take this here. I'm going to click on this. There it is. Okay. You can see this. Here's our melody, or new melody. I'm going to go ahead and quantize this. I'm going to highlight it all. Oops. Okay, I'm highlighted it all. See, it's all highlighted. Highlighted. I'm so tired. Okay, there we go. I got a cold, so I don't know if it's COVID. It could be. If it's COVID, then this is pretty chill. But I hate to say the C word on YouTube, or I'll get some kind of medical warning or something. We're not talking about that. So I can taste the coffee. I can smell the coffee. I think it's just a cold. But man, and I slept good last night. It was nice. But I had a little fever, but it was like not even 99. My normal temperature is like 97.4 or something. So if I get 98.6, I feel it. It's like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? Yeah, it's almost a yodel, isn't it? Yeah, that's tricky. Listen to the Kid Laroi and Beaver track. That's what I'm kind of quoting. The song's called Stay. It's really a great track. And that melody, the hook, the main thing, the thing that makes that song so popular was written by Charlie Puth, who's a great songwriter. The kid is amazing. And Charlie, I think, has, he may have John, John, what's his name? John, the producer, produced Bon Jovi, and John Shanks' old studio at Henson. John Shanks is out on the road with Bon Jovi, playing guitar for Bon Jovi. So, John Shanks had basically a Studio D, I think it was, at Henson. He had three rooms he had, technically. One room was just somebody who took care of all of his guitars, these vintage instruments, and they were just constantly being repaired and kept up and everything. And then he had a room that was the record room, and then he had the amp room, which was amazing. He had a high ceiling and wall, like scaffolding with different amps, like vintage amps all over the wall, like, I don't know, 20 of them, and different vintage mics on every amp, like crazy. The patch bay in the studio was insane. Like he could go, oh, I want this amp with this mic, and that kind of thing. And just he could do it all from inside. I think it was all electronically done, but he could do it from inside his room, and that's he got a lot of his sounds. But he produced, I think he did Van Halen, even. I think they're one of their last records. He produced there, because I know my friend Kook, who's the one that introduced me to Justin Bieber. He actually got to work with Van Halen on their last record, so that was pretty cool. And Kook loved that. And so he got to, hang out with him and stuff. So, hey, Aaron, what's happening? My nephew, Aaron, we're writing a song. So, yeah, so this melody is pretty intense. Okay, so let's talk about lyrics. All right. So lyrics. So we've got song is called Spider, maybe. And so, like I say, I give the exercise to young writers, okay, just find a random word and then write a song with that title, with that word as the title, and make it about love. How can you make it about love? It is Logic. Yeah, Kathy, I'm using Logic. And Logic is only $199 for those who own Apple computers. So it comes with lots of, the piano I'm using is actually, excuse me. But the Logic pianos are totally fine. But the piano I'm using is the Grandeur with Contact. Oh, okay, go away. All right. The bass I'm using is also Contact bass, but everything you can. Oh, I got it. Speaking of bass, let me fix that bass. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I can play bass easy enough. So let's do the bass. So we have it's F, right? So there we go. 2, 3, 4. so the drums, I think I can make the drums, I don't know. I don't think I want them to follow the piano. Let's just see. Let's see if I can make the drums do their own thing. Nah. Oh, that's kind of cool though, actually. See, I can make the drums follow. Truth be told, we'll probably end up doing something different on drums, but it depends on how poppy we get. Again, this is, oops, what did I just do? Oh, okay, it breaks down. All right, so, I mean, ultimately, I don't know that we're creating a pop song, but who knows? Yeah, so, Aaron, Jack is in your wife's homeland. He's in Poland right now, right? Is he still in Krakow? I don't know where he is exactly, but one of our sons is in Europe, kind of touring a little bit of Eastern Europe for fun. He said he loved Krakow. He said we have to go. So, I mean, our next trip is very likely was going to be Prague and Budapest, but you know, maybe we could do Budapest, then to Prague, then to Krakow, or something like that, and go up that way. Because I, you know, 3 days in each city might be enough. The problem is the first city you're in Europe, you're going to be so tired, you're not going to remember anything. And if Budapest is the first city, okay, so you can see that you can see that's the drummer program that comes with Logic. This program right here. So I can change this drum pattern. Let me solo it. See, I can make it real simple and quiet. Oh, I'll give her the click. Sorry. See, so this is simple, complex. I don't know. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. Soft, loud. Right. It's an XY graph, and so you can kind of drop it in here, and it'll just randomize. It's crazy. It'll. Oh, why is it changing this one? It shouldn't be changing that one. It should only change. That's weird. I don't know why it's doing that, but anyway. Okay. So. Now, if I wanted, I could go to Tom's instead of hi-hat, but now at the time, it's like a U2 song then. Or I could go as simple instead of hi-hat. But I could add percussion, so I could add a tambourine if I want. And I got the fills thing, see? Make it really busy. And that's the fill. You know, I don't usually turn that, you know, it just depends. It doesn't always do the fill that I would have done. Okay. But anyway, we can leave that alone now. All right. Go back to, here's our melody. You can see our melody. Kind of going for a Kid Leroy vibe. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, it looks like you went to a really nice restaurant. One of those meal pairing kind of things where you have the different wine with each course and stuff. I love that. We did that at the Hague with some friends that took us to a really good French restaurant. And man, it was amazing. Just a different wine with each course, and then a dessert wine at the end. So good. Oh gosh, it was amazing. Beatles song, 8 arms to hold you. Beatles song with a spider theme. There you go, Barrister. Let's see. Hey, AJ. Let's see. Hey, Carell. Good to see you. Yep. Oh, good. Okay, so that's great. GarageBand is free if you have an iPad or an iMac or even iPhone. Does it come with iPhone? If I have it, it's... Yeah, it comes with iPhone. So if you have an iPhone, you have GarageBand. So you could technically kind of do the same thing with that. And you could probably get a USB mic. I would just think working on that little screen would be... Although I'm sure you can cast it, so that's fine. But so now let's start formulating. I think we're going to start with a chorus if we can. We can maybe set it up with the verses. But if we can have a song about love, but have the song called Spiders. And the thing with Spider, the problem with Spiders, it's 2 syllables. And we already have a hook that's like da 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 da. Okay. It's kind of out of my vocal range and out of my vocal skill set. You know who you are, Holly said, it's like a yodel. It almost is like a yodel. And that's actually, he only goes up on Kid Laroi, only goes up there once. You can see we have it going up. We're going up there 3 times. So we might want to simplify that melody. What would happen if I took that? Let's see. What if I went down? That's a complex melody to sing, though. That would be a hard melody to sing. Yeah, that's a hard melody to sing. Regardless, it's a hard melody, whether you go up twice or 3 times. You know, like I said, Kid Laroi. He goes up. He does that. He even goes up an octave from there. So again, check out that Kid Laroi song. Thanks, Bruce. So let's see. But we're gonna run with this and see what we come up with. Let's see. But the hard part is now come up with. And we could get rid of this. We could get rid of all of this here. I'm just going to mute it. Watch this. So I'm muting those. And again, so this is how you know, it's just like, it's a combination of, taking our, knowledge and then having the head come up with an idea and have the heart determine if it's going to work. And in this case, it's like, okay, yeah, on paper, if it were a guitar melody, it would be great. I could play that melody all day long on guitar. That's no problem. But to sing that melody is hard. So to radically simplify. Busier there if it's close. And I'm not completely convinced that that's a good melody there. It's a little old-fashioned sounding to me. Yeah, exactly, Holly. But yeah, I could see where we could take that simplify that melody. Especially we don't have to come up with as many lyrics this way. But and again, you can make it more busy here. I could do that. So I could do that. Something like that might be cool. So, okay. But the heart is, how do we make a song about love called Spider? And I know you guys are all working on it here. Let's see. That's true, Ron. Yeah, you could have have it be echoed by a synth or something. I could do something like just hit my knee. Let's see. Let me add another track. One of my favorite synths here. Let's see. For pop. No. keys. Where is it? Dang it, where are you? Oh, sorry. So that's an audio track. What am I doing? Okay. No, I need to add a MIDI track. Okay. I'm like, no wonder I wasn't seeing pop keys in here. Where are you? There we go. Okay. Percuss. And this is also not a non. So yeah, I could. Something like that. I mean, that's a little cheesy, but let me do it. So now that's kind of a weird little echoey thing, that could, like Ron said, that could be a nice little production. That's more of a production idea, right? And what I would probably do is pull it way back, and then I would probably do some effects to it. I might put on filtering or pit. I might go delay, do like a delay thing. Might use like Valhalla delay. Okay, now but it's 50%. You're hearing as much echo as you are thing. So listen to it now. Check it out. That's not a bad idea. We can get to keep that melody. It's kind of cool, right? That's kind of poppy. So in context. I'm gonna lose that melody at the end. I think I'm gonna find a better way to get out of that chorus. But for now, that's not bad. Yeah, so that could definitely work. I can pull that way down though, so it's not just distracting us from writing our lyrics. So yeah, and it could be different instruments doing that. Could totally do that, or it may ultimately get replaced. Could be background vocals. That might be more interesting. Kind of a call and response vocally with background singers or something. Again, that it depends on what era we want the song to sound like. But my thing is the whole Kid Leroy thing is a total play on the '80s melodies, and we used to make fun of those melodies in the '90s. So, but 30 years is hip now. Anything 30 years, 35 years old is hip. Actually, 1992 is 30 years ago, which is crazy. So, let's see. Lyrics, though. Where are we going to go? Who's calling? Let's see. Searching the web. Yeah, searching the web for you. Okay, I see where you're going. That's cute. So that could have some negative connotations as well, though, right? Okay, so let's see. Oh, that sound is absinthe, by the way, which is a Native Instruments thing called percuss. I like that. All right, so and just yeah, I'll leave it there for now. And there's a chance that this could be acoustic guitar instead of piano too. I may do that. So check this out. I'm not going to record it yet, though. I may have to record it on my own time, so that we have it. I think we've got the elements. I think we've got the elements. The only thing we don't have maybe is a bridge written yet, but I think as far as harmonically goes, I think we have all the elements. So let me mute the piano. Yeah, so this is far more complex than I usually write a song. Usually I just kind of like, oh, okay, this sounds cool. I'll send this to this guy. Okay, so, but I kind of like that melody. I'm digging the melody, I think. Yeah, caught in your web. I mean, again, connotations. Web implies more of a negative thing. That's where it's hard to make a love song about a spider. So we may have to change our whole spider premise. But let's riff on this for a minute. Okay, so all right. So I just reported them. Oh. So but like I said, we got the spider. So when you maybe you can sit down with all the things you think about spiders, like I'm afraid of a spider, or arachnophobia, or a spider web, or itsy bitsy spider goes up the water spout, right? I'm freestyling, exactly. Use silk instead of web, Caught in your silk, though, doesn't make that sounds kind of funny. Caught in your web. So it might be a tough chore to. It would definitely be an academic chore. It doesn't necessarily mean it'll be a good lyric. It could be an academic lyric. But we don't have to make it a love song, though. If we get rid of that, see, we got two elements here. We're going to try to do something with spider, and then we're going to try to do love song. Well, we don't have to do spider, or we don't have to do love song. So we can definitely write. It would be not a problem necessarily to write a song about a spider. In fact, it might be kind of fun to try to write something like another spider song that kids might like. So, how about a female black widow killing the male black widow? Yeah, exactly. It's a love song. There's a love story in there somewhere. Yep, your eyes are on me, all 8 of them. Wrap your 8 arms around me. I don't see the spider anywhere. Do you see a spider anywhere? I don't see him. I'm trying to get some of that warmth in the house from outside because it's actually sunny out. We don't have any rain on the horizon. Let me check and see if we got anything 10-day forecast. It'd be nice. I got to go turn my sprinklers back on, sadly. Otherwise, my grass will dry out. Grass is all used to getting all this rain, and now they're not getting anything. No, but some cloudy days, and cloudy days could always generate rain. You never know. It could happen. So, Yeah, I think that there's some truth to that, John. Um, uh, yeah, I think guitar might be the way to go. It just depends. I mean, I might do something like the tempo is weird. The tempo is 84, I think, right? Is that what it is? Yeah. I mean, I write with a lot of pop artists, and they really like my acoustic playing, so I could do something. Yeah, I could definitely make, yeah, something like the spiders will, when we all die from global warming, the spiders will take over the world, and it'll be a better place. Just spiders, spider paradise. We'll call it spider paradise. 99 spider problems. Spider paradise. Wow, that's an oxymoron. Yeah, that Rose Bowl was amazing. Yeah, I used to live. We used to live real close to the Rose Bowl. I mean, we're still not too far from it, but you lived in Pasadena for 35 years. So. Yeah, thank you, Lena, so much. I appreciate it. So what's our melody again? We're gonna work on this chorus. I want to change that. I want to get rid of that melody. Well, part of it could be too where it's that melody that sitting on the F note is over the G chord, so it creates that F7, which creates just old timey. It's a little too old timey for that previous melody, right? So if I go back to the MIDI there, I can mute that. Let's see. Boom. And I like the ABC part of the melody, that part, because that, you know, you've got that. And I could play off that. I could do maybe. Right? We could do play off of that. So let that be a melodic hook and then over the G. So we have. But we may want something maybe a little more hooky there too, you know? Let's see. We could try that, Hollywood. I don't know. And that would get us into. Let me just tab it in. I mean, draw it in. This melody, I won't have a problem remembering if we end up doing it. That. Nope. Right? And then let that ring. See that? That note's weird over the cease. But that. That's kind of cool, actually. I don't know if it works with the other melody. I like that, but I don't know how singable that is. Sorry. There we go. All right. So that might needs a second ending. I'm not to the. I haven't gotten the first ending yet, so I don't know where the second ending is going to be. But yeah. Oh, nice. In Maryland, you're getting snow. Nice. Very Christmassy. Just in time for Christmas next year. All right. So let's see here. Getting back to our melody. Again, the whole melody thing is still a work in progress and can be changed at any point. We've changed it multiple times already, so you can see that. Spider came down from the tree. It didn't know it was COVID time. What a surprise for mankind. As the spider was free, a monster came upon him. Oh, man. Okay, well, Holly could totally sing it. So let's see. All right, so that melody. You know, I almost want the word "free" to be on that top note. You know, it's like I am free, but or something soaring, you know, almost more like a bird than a spider. Something, because you know, I've seen it happen. I've heard it. I've seen it. I've heard it in songs. It makes me laugh if I notice it. But like, imagine if the lyric was like, so I fall down, right? So I fall down. It's like, wait, why are you singing your highest note of the song on the word down? Or it makes me low. It's like I've actually heard songs on the radio where I went, why would you make your melody go there if the lyric was down? So, you know. Yeah, you could go to a bridge there, definitely, of that E note. Laying on an E note, it gives you options. If there was a bridge, you know, depending on what happened. I mean, I'm not sure. I could also go into a post-chorus hook. You know, we could also do that. So that hasn't been put in stone. I mean, I think of Umbrella, and it's like Ella, Ella, Ella. Hey, 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 that's the post-chorus hook. Under my umbrella, Ella, Ella, hey, hey, hey. So we could do a post thing. Ladies and gentlemen, hobos and tramps. We're still on the spiders thing. We could write the song from the perspective of a spider caught in my web. That's a hard word to sing though. Yeah, could be something there. I don't know. Fly, yeah. Oh, fly. Hi, yeah. Yeah, we're definitely talking about that word, but that a children's song about like a spider eating a fly, catching a fly in a web, like caught in my web, caught. It's just so hard. It's really, really hard to write lyrics. I feel like after the fact, um, after you've written the melody. Let's put it that way. A lot of times for me, the lyric would have to come before the melody. So we might want to kind of think that way, but ooh, that's hard. I could do a bounce of this. Hold on. So if I did a bounce without, I'd have to mute that synthesizer as well. I mute the melody. I could do a bounce of this, and I could post it in. Just do this much of it. So the intro, verse, pre-chorus, and then chorus. This would be your melody. And then the bass comes in. Here's the bass there. Drums are going to come in here to pick up. So if I do a bounce, let me do a bounce real quick. Let's see. No, you can't see. Okay. All right, so if I do a bounce of this, can I just simply upload it to, I can just simply upload it to Discord, can I not? Where's my Discord link here? Where are you? Discord, there you are. We're almost to 100,500 subscribers. Okay, so that, and there's no click on there. Let's see. Tom's Lessons PDF. Okay, so Bruce updated this. There's that. Let me see if I can just drag this in. What happens? If I just drag it over here. Yep. So live stream song. Here we go. Okay, so you can download it and work on it. If you have some lyric ideas, melody ideas, things like that. Bounced, yeah. Bounced means you're bouncing, making a MP3 of it. Okay. Joseph is off in his own little world. Got lyric ideas. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm getting behind here on the. Ron Weasley. Ron Weasley. What's Ron Weasley from? What's that from? Oh, sorry. I forget that this is so big. Okay, I gotta make this smaller. There we go. All right. So when you bounce something, you're making an MP3 or a wave. I can bounce individual tracks. What I did, I bounced all three of those tracks, which is piano, bass, and drums at this point. And so I bounced that. I didn't put the melody in there. That has no melody in it. So if you want to do your own melody, let me do another bounce here. Go back, okay. and I'll unmute the melody. Okay, and so now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just doing another bounce. And this one I'm going to title Live Stream Song with Melody. Okay, and that way we have Harry Potty, Harry Spider. All right, so let's see. Don't fall into my web of sin. Let's see. All right, I'm going to have to wrap it up soon. I'm a little tired because of my cold. But we can start. And again, we don't have to stick to the spider theme. That just emanates from many, many lessons ago when I had a spider on the wall that disappeared. And we were talking about songwriting. So it kind of bounced in and morphed into this whole thing of, we could write a song about spiders and all that. yeah. It's hard. It's hard to keep the vibe. You're right, because the whole thing started with the guitar. Now, but we're just constructing it. We may strip it back down to guitar and everything. I may get rid of the drums and all that. And I forget the melody we came up with for the B section. Right here. That makes sense. So the melody might be in 2 different octaves, but we'll figure it out. Right? Holly's right. Yeah, Holly's like, we got to get our teeth into a joke and won't let go. Exactly right. Pincers, spidery pincers. Yeah, you get your pincers in a joke and you won't let go. So, yeah. We could do more research on spiders and say, what's the daily life of a spider like? And make a song about that. And again, here's an example of where you would change your melody that you've written to accommodate words that, like I said, you could say, hey, right? That's what, that's a richer melody. But if I want to say, hey, this is my day, hey, this is my day. It's whatever. I'm not just putting in words here, random words. But the idea is that you can totally change your melody. The melody's not locked, just like lyrics aren't locked. Chords aren't even locked. Nothing's locked until it gets released. So, I think we're painting ourselves into that proverbial corner that I've been telling you about. Yes, we need an animator do a music video. So grinning pincers. When I'm 64. But let's see. So anyway, that I don't know that I want to say that this is our. Oh, let me drag this other one. Okay, so this other MP3 now, it says it's titled Live Stream Song with Melody. So I'm dragging this one over here as well, and boom, here, do that, and it's uploading. It's already uploaded. So you got both of those to work with. Don't feel obligated to make it about spiders. We can come up with another theme. That's just you guys being, oh, I'm buffering. Hey, this is a good time to hit the bricks because it's buffering. So I'm going to take off. But I'll see you next Monday, if not before then. Hopefully, I may release a video this week. We'll see if I get around to it. I've got kind of a full week, but might get a chance to record a video. I may do a fun chords in the new tuning that I did, the G2 tuning, or I may do a video about the Beatles thing. I think there was something else I was going to do working on, but I could do a la 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 na 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 song. Exactly. Just like Martin Mull. Do like Martin Mull's song. Hit the bricks. Yeah. Hit the road. It's a saying. I guess roads used to be made of brick. We could do, oh no, we could do a song about bricks. There's a song, Bricks. Okay, Bricks. There's your title. Make that about love. How do you do a love song about bricks? Wow, we got a lot of, just again with the whole, I don't know what these people are doing. Anyway, and I can report these, report as spamifiers, and that may help keep them from doing it to other people too. Always happy to do that. So, all right. All right, so I'm going to take off. I'll see you all in a week, next Monday, Lord willing, and we'll figure out where we're going with this. But I think we've got a good melodic hook for the chorus. I think that's pretty good. And then I may have some lyric ideas by then, and I may retool and steer away from the whole spider theme that everybody wants to do. Yeah, one brick on another brick in the wall. Yeah, there's songs about bricks. All right, take care, everybody. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you in a week. Bye.